Welcome to the TDC Today Show communities. My name is Sue Roskopf. The Disability Channel, or TDC, is out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, showcasing abilities. TDC is committed to providing quality digital media production services, education and employment programs by and for persons with disabilities and veterans. TDC offers digital media production, video production, post-production, social media, and podcast creation, production, and support. TDC offers education and employment programming, which includes digital media courses to persons with disabilities and veterans who are unemployed and underemployed. TDC also offers community partnerships. Through partnerships and sponsorships, community partners and organizations become ability champions by supporting media created by and for people with disabilities and veterans. We are your USA team, and oh my gosh, are you in for a treat tonight? We've got some great things coming your way, including my co-host. But tonight he's not just my co-host. I'm putting in the hot seat. We've got Michael Martin Humel. Michael is a writer, speaker, and podcaster who works to bridge the gap between disabled and able-bodied people. Michael, I am so glad you are here tonight. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So tell us a bit more about what you all do and give us a little insight into the world of Michael.
Well, my name is Michael Hummel. I am from New York, but I've lived in Vegas for 24 years. I graduated college with a journalism degree, and I've been writing ever since. I started college, and I basically became a advocate even back then for disabled people because the the laws and everything that was in place weren't very well. They were very. It was a big very beginning of what's going on. So I've been working toward that, and then about 7 8 years ago, I started going a thing called Wheels and Warriors. Basically, what it is I write, speak, and do podcasting and help. My mission is to help people with disabilities and become more seen, heard, felt, and understood, and just take their struggle into the forefront and make it more noticeable.
Excellent. And that's actually kind of a tough thing to do, I would think. So being able to have those conversations, to bring people into those conversations. You want to dive into that just a little more and on how that's all been?
Well, just generally, people, I can say for sure with people with disabilities, they don't want to talk about their disability. They want to talk about other things, and that is good. But the way I think is if we have a conversation about the disability over time, the less that conversation is going to be needed. So I just want to be able to have that conversation so it can have the need for it will get less and less and less. And then yeah, and but it is a struggle because people with disabilities don't really want to hash out their past or what's going on and things like that.
Yeah, but I can see the huge value in being able to have those conversations and being open to that. The
Yeah.
more the more should I say normalized it becomes to be able to have those conversations,
Yeah.
the more we all can feel like we're on the same page and playing from the same playbook, because
Yeah.
I know you were telling me a story recently about uh that word normal. Uh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, this is a couple of years ago, but I went to a doctor's office and I was sitting on the the medical chair as eye doctor, and he saw my wheelchair and he said, "Oh, I see you're in a wheelchair. How'd you get here?" And I told him my car's in the parking lot. And his response was, he looked me dead in the eye and he said, "Oh, you can drive like normal people." And that was the first time I'd ever been compared to someone who is as someone who is not normal. So that flabbergasted me.
As it
It definitely
should.
shut me up.
And that's one of those I can only imagine he didn't mean anything by it,
No, he didn't.
but
He didn't. He didn't mean anything by it. But
but he sure didn't think before he spoke.
no, no, he didn't. There's a couple words that you shouldn't say as far as disabled people go, and that's one of them. And you're right. Just think before you speak, and it's okay to be ignorant. Just tread lightly, I guess.
And that also makes me think about that whole idea of someone being a wheelchair user and what do you do when someone walks up to you, whether you know them or not, and oh, let me help you out, and then they start like steering you around and trying to help push your chair for you, and how does that typically go? What are your thoughts there?
If they do that, what I do is put my hands on my wheels, tell them no, thank you, and then if they persist, I get a little meaner, or I can. I try to lead with education, but that doesn't always work. And I kind of get the idea that people want to help. They might want to help and just be nice, but also they might want to be like, "Oh, this is going to be my good deed for the day." So they'll try to be nice and help me when I don't really need it. And I know for myself, being in a wheelchair, I know that there are certain ways I do things, and if someone helps me, it can oftentimes make it harder. And I just exacerbate it exacerbates the problem, make it harder for me.
Yeah, it can backfire a little for people. They
Yeah,
should, I don't know, maybe ask and have a conversation of,
yeah,
I'd be willing to help. Would you like my help? Or
yeah,
if that gives you the option
yeah.
to say no.
Yeah, like have a conversation, ask, but accept the answer.
Yeah, because you
Don't
know
just
what you need. You
Yeah,
know what
don't
you need
just
and
do
don't
it.
need.
Yeah, don't just do it. Ask and accept the answer. That's the whole thing.
So I do want to also ask you about there's a monthly event that you do that you host. Can you tell us a bit about that?
I put on a monthly hosting uh, event where I have six speakers who are disabled talk on different themes that I pick and have them speak for 20 to 25 minutes to tell their story and just basically give their experience on the theme. And I've been doing that for about 4 or 5 months, and it's the third Saturday of every month.
Excellent. And what is it called?
It's called Stories of Diversity.
Excellent. And I know you also do some podcasting, if you want to share a bit about that as well.
I do. I have a podcast called Stories of Diversity where I speak to disabled people, their family members, and people within the community to educate people on disability. And then I have another podcast called Empowering Discussions with a Disabled Man. And basically, I have able-bodied people come on the show and they ask me questions about disability, anything they want, and then I interview them. So that way they can learn about me and other disabled people, and then I can learn about them, and my audience can learn about them.
Excellent. And those open conversations like that, so, so valuable. I love
Yeah,
it. And
and it,
well, before I forget, I do want to ask too about your website. What is your website?
it's wheelsandwarriors.com, and it's the letter N, not the word, and it's just wheelsandwarriors.com, and I'm in the process of overhauling it and making it into an online magazine right now.
Excellent. I think that's perfect to be able to have a place to continue learning
Yeah,
and be able to go back and reference.
yeah.
That I'm so excited to have you here as ongoing as my co-host here, and I really am grateful that we're able to get a chance to get to know you a little bit better here tonight. I do want to make sure, is there any other pieces that you want to make sure to mention before the night's done?
No, we pretty much covered everything. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Well, and I know we do have other friends that are joining us. I'm going to go ahead and bring them in. Marianne of Waikiki is a longtime friend of the Disability Channel. I want to make sure to give a chance to find out a bit more of what's going on. What is news with Marianne? How are you?
Aloha, Sue. Thank you so much. Well, it's back to school season, and we have several new products that we've been working on. And we have a YouTube channel now that's being shown with nonprofit TV out of Texas into Denny's restaurants with Anthony of Nonprofit TV. And well, here's a new flyer, and it shows the ABC ASL finger spelling alphabet here with our characters in our books called the Acts of Kindness series, featuring 200 puppets. They're sign language characters that are being of service to tackle ocean cleanup, especially of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, for Anti Bullying Month in October, which features two characters here, Chelsea the courageous sign language chicken and Eve the finger spelling bumblebee. We have Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, who assists Noah the hard of hearing whale in rehabilitation after he's injured in a boating accident and loses his hearing. And that book is called Underwater Acts of Kindness. And we have coloring books that we've created to go along with these YouTube channels as online courses. So you go visit YouTube Kids, the Acts of Kindness series, and then go all play the Apple app games and test your ability of learning ABC letters and counting. And we have Greta Gobble on the golf course, so you can count the numbers for golf balls. And lots of creativity and fun. And our tagline is So Go Out and Play. And we partner with Leon McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation. And we finished our book, Cool Acts of Kindness, with for him, dedicated to him. And we have book trailers too, so you have them. So I don't know if we have time later in the show after our other guests join us, but that's what we've been working on. So it's been great fun to work with my fiber graphic designers in Pakistan and nonprofit TV and other veterans on the Mark TV and Kurt Roskopf, your husband, and which is sponsored too here, the Disability Channel, Jay Stoyan. And last year I won the Awesome Grant Foundation Award, $1,000. So we gifted the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind a water unit with Leon McLaughlin, a value of $150. Our books, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, and coloring books and folk as puppets, as well as we used that to hire Jay Stoyan of the Disability Channel. So anybody can go on Awesome Foundation. They love to give $1,000 a month to different chapters, different states. And yeah, so go out and play, test it out. And also donorschoose.org. It's back to school. Teachers, you can request copies of the books from donorschoose.org, post it. Someone will be kind enough to come through and, donate towards it. And we also have our other influencer, Santa Papa John, who's showcasing the books for kindness and being of service. And, we have a 500 million people now worldwide, Sue, with a hearing loss. And millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So these are great books, again, for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and climate change that all ages of the heart are able to read and have fun with puppets or share stories. And we're just excited to get that out there. So thank you so much for showcasing the Acts of Kindness series.
Excellent. And those games are fun. I've played them. They're such an easy way to learn sign language and to recognize the signs, and getting that practice makes it so much easier. You never know when it's going to come in handy. Because I haven't told this story in a long time. Just a real quick story that at a previous job I had, the custodian in our building was a deaf man that was just the nicest person, and I struggled to communicate because I didn't know much for sign language. So I ended up printing out the ABCs and I had that on my wall. So, and he was really, he was so sweet. He taught me some basic words that helped us so that we could work better together. And so that was just a very brief, small experience that I can share. But actually, it was huge. He really made an impact on me. So sometimes it doesn't take much to really make a difference for another person. And that's one of those things. If you happen to know the letters, so you can do the finger spelling like that, you never know when that might come in handy to be able to make a difference somewhere. So I love that what you do, Marianne, and I'm so glad to be able to share you out there and showcase what you're doing here and share that out so that people know that that's available and that it's so easy to take advantage of that opportunity to learn that. So thank you so much, Marianne. And I do see that we have another wonderful friend joining us here. Stan Anderson is in the gallery here. I wonder if you want to come on in and say a quick hello with us. How are you?
Good evening, everyone. Just glad to be back on again to say hello to you, Sue. Thank you for inviting me, Kurt. Thank you for inviting me. Mike, it's good to see you again. Good to see you too, Marianne. I was just actually in the website right now, ordering my underwater acts of kindness. And yeah, because I tell you the truth, I don't want to pass it on to one of the kiddies, right? But I'm interested in just seeing it myself and having fun with it. But I'm going to do
Absolutely.
that, and I'm going to be getting some more copies also. So I just want to thank you guys. I'm glad to be here tonight. And I'm with Motivation Readers Mastermind Network, and we operate Tuesday through Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we've just started a brand new book, and it's already starting out to be really, really powerful. The book is called Stop Negative Thinking by Chloe Vaughn. And I'm telling
Need to
you,
get on and listen.
oh
That
man,
I've
this
seen that
book.
book, but I've not read it.
And this book is incredible. Let me tell you something. The introduction had everybody humming. And we just completed the first chapter today. We start chapter 2, but it is so powerful already. It's absolutely amazing. We can tell it's going to be a quick read. It's not a big book, but it's powerful. Stop negative thinking, crush self-doubt and fear, silence your inner critic, stop overthinking, quiet the negative chatter in your head, and take control of your mind. Who doesn't want to do that?
Oh,
So
you,
that's
you
what
just
we're,
read my mind. Who
you
doesn't want
know.
to do that? We all kind of fall into that once in a while, right?
Yes,
That,
yes.
oh, I love this.
Yeah, so
Thank you
we're
for
reading
sharing
it.
that.
You're welcome. We're reading it on our morning platform, and you're definitely free to join in. Cost you nothing, just come on by.
Excellent. And actually, let people know how they can find you.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that information in the chat room for everyone right
Perfect.
now. Thank
Excellent.
you,
Thank you
Mastermind
so much,
Sue.
Stan.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. My niece was actually on for a minute, but I think she had to leave. That was a Matala. She was
Oh,
actually,
that's your niece. Yeah, I got to talk to
yeah.
her just briefly before we started, and
Oh
oh,
yeah.
thank you so much for introducing her to us here.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Well, and I know Kurt's been trying to get in, and I think he's been having some connection issues, so we may or may not get him on here before the night's done. A couple quick things I want to make sure to share out. We've had an amazing week. Actually, we had a tremendous couple of days worth of adaptive sporting events that took place. Last Friday, we were with the Lindsay Legis Free Water Ski Club, and I think, set a new record. The
Really?
last I heard, as far as the number of adaptive ski runs that took place, 57 ski runs in a day. And for the
Wow.
size of our group and with what we all do, that was just huge. Absolutely smiles everywhere, excitement. several brand new people that this was their first time ever doing adaptive water skiing, along with a whole bunch of people who keep coming back from work because they know how much fun it is. And we often hear, it's the best day, and everyone looks forward to this day to be able to be on the water and having fun like that. There's also another local event called At the Lake, and it's literally the website atthelakeevent.com. That originally was started from a company called Permobile, and that's a manufacturer of wheelchairs, the electric type wheelchair, and it's now also branched off and is associated with other organizations as well. But the short version of this is they literally are in our backyard, so to speak, right here. That is the closest event to where we live, actually. And they are, of all of the adaptive events I have been to, this is the one that I cannot say enough positive things inside and out, backwards and forwards. The number of different activities that are available, people can just come and participate. Normally they have adaptive water skiing, but it just so happens we had like record rainfalls recently, and that particular lake is still at a slow no wake level because the water's too high. But they made it still a fun day by doing jet ski rides that was at a slow pace, so they're not making a wake. We had a big inner tube style, like one of them was a duck, one is an alligator. We have got these big inner tube style creatures where we could go out and still go behind the boat. It's like, yes, it's not at that whipping fast speed, but that's okay. It still was so much fun. They had a massive setup with trampolines and whatnot out there for a little water park experience out on the lake. They had Jeep rides, hay rides, they had an arcade, they had a climbing wall, they had kayaking, fishing, and so much more. And the number of volunteers it takes to put this on is pretty massive. But I'm telling you, they've got it down pat because they typically have so many people wanting to volunteer that they fill up and they have to turn people away because they truly have that much support and
Wow.
hundreds of participants, of athletes coming through and their families and enjoying the amazing experience. And they've grown now. They've have this location here in Wisconsin, and this summer was their second summer having a location in Michigan. And I got to talk with one of the people that helps run the event for just a few minutes, and we were kind of talking like, there's been others offering about having this kind of thing near them in this state and that state, and we've got a place. And his comment was, I wish we could do this every weekend all summer, but with the number of man hours it takes to put that all together, it's just unfortunately not practical to be able to keep expanding. So I'm really curious to see where the future of it goes, and if it will come together in the future to be able to partner up perhaps with other organizations, or who knows. It's just such a positive, wonderful community. And again, this is the TDC Today Show Communities. Talk about a blessed community. Just the smiles, the true warm. Oh my gosh, I a whole day of just joy. It's great. And I do see we do have Kurt in the background here joining us. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on in to add to this conversation as well. So Kurt, hi, how you doing?
Doing fantastic. So, yeah, the universe is doing good and building out possibilities. Excited for connectforpeace.com. Check it out, folks. Connectforpeace.com. We are coming into World Peace Day. The experience in the Western world will be September 20th through the 21st, a 48-hour experience. Out in the Eastern world, it'll be the 21st and the 22nd. And so we're going to be doing a production that the results of which will be reported to none other than the United Nations. So we are doing UN peace work, folks. And so we are Grateful to have the Disability Channel as part of the outreaches, reaching through the veteran community and through the community of people with disabilities to show their vital role in the future of peace on this planet. So we are partnered with On the Mark TV and with a lot of other television partners like Bravehearts TV and so on and so forth. We are reaching approximately over 350 million people. And with all the stakeholders and all of these events, which through Hubcast out of Vancouver, Canada, is going to be an ongoing project every month. And they're going to be covering a New Year's Eve, production, 48 hours of New Year's Eve. So, they have state-of-the-art facilities. We're going to be organizing within the next month of time 4 invitational events. So if you have any questions, interests, and want to be in the loop, contact me, Kurt, K-U-R-T, at projectdiehard.org, and call and text me 262-372-1754, and let's get connected on WhatsApp, +1 414-514-0186. Folks, we are really driving the forces of change making, being change agents, making impact, doing advocacy, intergenerational support, taking care of our elderly, and creating geriatric programs where we have fun in our water ski club, or at least I do. I say we've got a gentleman in our club that I like to tell our audiences, he makes geriatrics look like a superpower. And you may not know that half of our senior citizens have a disability. And we'll be celebrating one of our favorite senior citizens in September. Some more are coming down the pike if Stan keeps coming back. We've got our mastermind celebrating her 70th birthday. Things just keep getting more exciting. Hey, any excuse for a party? We here at the Disability Channel love to have fun. Back to you, Sue.
Excellent. Oh, bringing it all together and being able to participate with the community like this and sharing all of the good news. I absolutely love it and appreciate you guys very, very much. I know one thing that Marianne has introduced us to is Lucy Lynch. She is an amazing musician and is partnered up with what Marianne does with actsofkindnessseries.com and her books. I'm going to go ahead and close this out tonight with a song from Lucy Lynch. But before we do that, I do want to say my sincerest thanks to each and every one of you. Kurt, Marianne, Michael, Stan, you guys are the best. I truly appreciate what you guys do and that you are willing to be here and continue to make a difference and beyond just what you do and who you are, but that you take the time to make a difference for others. And I can't say enough good things for that. We need more and more people willing to do exactly that. So let's go ahead and bring in our amazing Lucy Lynch and telling us exactly what we know. Yes, I can.
And that was the theme at your events, wasn't it, Sue? Yes, I can. So
that is exactly right.
Out on the road, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, wanna go with the flow, feel so alone. There's no one here to guide me through. I close my eyes with an open mind. I can see a ray of light. A voice from deep inside, it's calling me. Here I am. Here we are. And I say yes I can. And I say here I am. No more hiding. I'm ready to stand the gate. I'm here to shine, it's never too late. Finding my why, always will be guided through. Feeling my heart opening wide, I can see the rising tide. Feel so alive, I hear the world is calling me. Here I am. Here we are. And I say yes I can. And I said here I am. No more hiding in darkness, I'm ready to stand in the light. And I say yes I can. And I say here I am. No more hiding in darkness, I'm ready to stand in the Here I am. Here we are. And I say yes I can. And I say here I am. No more hiding in darkness, I'm ready to stand in the light. And I say yes I can. And I say here I am. No more hiding in darkness, I'm ready to stand in the
Love that. Love that.
Absolutely agree. I love it. And I actually got my next song popping in here. That's again Lucy Lynch with "Love Is the Only Way." And this, it truly is. If you can stick in with "Yes, I Can" and keep telling yourself that, that was, like Marianne mentioned, that really was the theme with At the Lake event. They told us right at the get-go, if there's an athlete that wants to try something, let's figure out a way so that we can say, yes, I can. We can do this. We can make it work. We can figure out a way to adapt whatever it is that we're doing so that it works. And that's what it takes, this massive community coming together and truly making a difference. So again, my sincerest thanks to each and every one of you. Remember that. Yes, I can. Put that to use this week.